Hi, this is Molly Ireland with the Picken County Library. I'm the young adult librarian, and I've got four more late summer reads for you. Got that cold front coming, so we'll see if we can get a little bit more summer in before that happens. I've got the books that I've chosen today are, to me, suitable for both YA and adult. I think YA, don't be intimidated by any of these. I think you could do it if the interest is there. Go for it. And adults, it's always great to switch back and forth. Our first book is this is the only one that's actually classified as YA, and it's Layoverland by Gabby. I'm assuming it's Noone, Noone. This was really an offbeat, enjoyable book. The character B is in a car accident and ends up in a purgatory-like place. And she's got a job to do. She needs to escort souls to realize what is lacking in their life, what they need to face before they can move on. And she helps them do that, and in a way, she's helping herself as well. This was offbeat. It was funny. I mean, it's a serious subject, but it was a very humorous book. So I enjoyed that a lot, as did some of the kids in the reading program this summer. So that's the first one for you. And the second is, this is part of a series. It's the third in the series. I may have talked about some of the others, maybe not. S.A. Chakraborty, The Empire of Gold. It's the last in the Daevabad trilogy. And, it's a real world building, lots of cultural cross references. I really enjoyed this whole series. I got into it. World building to me is just as valid as straight fiction, because it's the same motivations that we all have. What do we do with power? What do we owe one another? There are questions of faith. There are questions of doing the right thing. What is the right thing? How do you do it? And it's a fascinating story just on its own. I mean, that's a lot of fun. So I recommend this. Last in the series. Liked it very much. Our third book is called The Library of Legends, and this is an offbeat little gem as far as I'm concerned. This was fun to find. Anything with library, I pick it up anyway. But this is based on the author, Janie Chang. Her father was a university student in 1937 China. When the Japanese invaded, those students had to move inland over 1,000 miles, and they took as much of the university valuable books as they could. Her father's cohort ended up taking 10,000 volumes of a encyclopedia of Chinese literature, and it's their story. They walked inland. It took them an awfully long time. The story in this case is told by Leanne, and Leanne is a student. It's fictionalized, and they use I thought this was great. At first I thought, well, why are they putting this in here? There are spirits that guard the land, and they guard certain towns, temples, and so on, and they are also on the move. But I ended up really liking it because it talks about how the spirits are really illustrating the upheaval for China. And they point out that some of the people, in past there have been upheavals because of famines or wars or various other things, but in this case, some of those people are never going home again. Neither is the culture going home again to what it was. It's a huge change. So the spirits represent that point of view, and I really am enjoying this. I'm getting close to the end. My last book is it's the bomb as far as I'm concerned. The Other Bennett Sister by Janice Hadlow. Janice Hadlow wrote for PBS for 10 years. She also wrote a nonfiction account of Charlotte and King George, Queen Charlotte and King George. This is her first foray into fiction. I love this book. It talks about Mary Bennett, and she's sort of an overlooked character. She's a middle sister. She gets overlooked in the first book. It humanizes her. It humanizes Mr. Collins, believe it or not. And it's about Mary's decision. She's been defined by society. She's been defined by her family, passed over, and she has to decide who she wants to be, what she deserves. Who gets to define her? Can she do that, or is that just up to other people? And one of her central questions in here, I'm a philosophy major, so I love this stuff, but everybody's a philosopher in that you think about the world and what the meaning of things are. Her central question is happiness. Do we deserve it? What is it? Is it something you can seek out and have any effect on in your personal life? The pacing of this book reminded me very much of A Gentleman in Moscow by Amor Towles. Not, maybe not the same writing style, but you just sink into it and let yourself move with her self-discovery and her observations of the world and the people around her. I can't recommend it enough. I really did like this. Well, am liking it. Not quite done there either. But I think you'd enjoy it too. So thanks so much, and see you next time. Bye-bye.